I think Karl deserved it. He led a Denver team to, what, 54 wins, 57 wins? I'm going to check it out right now. A team with no superstar, a team nobody even thought would probably be there, ends up at the 3rd seed in the West. Yeah, 57-25, nobody. And I mean nobody pegged Denver for 57 wins this year. People thought the Heat could get where they got probably. People thought the Knicks would be really good. Nobody saw this Denver team coming. I have no problem with George Karl getting it. For the coaching job and the lack of stars on that team, what he was able to do, no problem with it.
You know what? It's funny because when I think, actually, to be honest with you, I sadly, truly agree with you on this. And this is one of those things where usually me and you could find a disagreement to go off of. But I didn't peg Denver to be higher than a 5 seed.
I didn't peg him higher than probably a 7, 6, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much didn't peg them to have home court advantage through the first round.
And, well, yeah, if they would have won, they would have had it in the second round as well.
Yes. And
No, they wouldn't have. I'm sorry. They would have played San Antonio. So, no.
They would have played.
They would have only got a first round, yeah.
You know,
Misspoke.
I actually don't have an issue with George Karl winning it. Like you said, no superstar. That's one of the biggest things right there. On top of that, this is a team that many people looked at as having some good talent, but not really sure what they could put together. Only 3 losses all year in the regular season at home.
Yeah, 38-3 is...
You know, this is a team that was able to beat OKC, beat a San Antonio. They beat Chicago. I believe they beat New York at least once this year. I think they gave Miami... Like, when I think back to this season, this is one of those teams that, especially if they were home, they pretty much beat everybody. When they were on the road, they were a little below 500, which, okay, it is what it is. But you look at a team like Indiana, the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, they were below 500 on the road as well. It's not so easy to win on the road. You usually care a little less during the regular season about your road games.
19 and 22, so, I mean, it's not like they were ridiculously off as far as a home and away record.
This is true. And I don't have an issue with it. I don't. And I feel you, Pixel Junkie. If I'm going to say I have an issue with something, I have a huge issue with the concept that my buddy Tom Thibodeau wasn't even in the Final 3. I completely agree with the fact that Erich Spoelstra really didn't need to be in the running at all. I'm sorry.
You know, he did have to be in the running. He led Miami to a franchise record in wins. Now, I know everybody can sit here and say, oh, well, Miami can run themselves with their stars. You still need a coach. He is a good coach. He's learned under the tutelage of Pat Riley. I'm not going to deny that Spoelstra, after spending years under Pat Riley, probably learned a thing or two. I don't have a problem with... See, this is where everything gets thrown off for me, Dave. Because this is an award for the guy who wins it. Who cares about who came in second in Coach of the Year voting? Who came in third? Who came in fourth? It doesn't matter.
Because they didn't win.
There's only one Coach of the Year.
That I will completely agree with. That is very true.
So, I mean, it's kind of, we could sit here and argue, well, this guy should have been third and this guy should have been fourth. This guy should have been second. Second in the Coach of the Year. Come on, what are we really talking about here? We're talking about Coach of the Year award. Only one award. Nobody really cares about second, third, fourth.
This is true, just like any other.
Nobody cares.
It's like when you lose the NBA Finals, or when you lose. I don't know. I'll go bigger than just a single individual award. I'll go to the team award. Nobody gives a crap who lost in the finals. Nobody. Nobody cares who lost in the Super Bowl. Nobody cares who lost in the NHL Finals, and nobody cares who lost in the NBA Finals. Nobody cares.
Nobody
20 years from now, you are
voting.
not talked about. Bottom line, 20 years from now, you are not remembered. The team that won did. Same thing with a coach of the year. Same thing with MVP. Bottom line is you came in second, you came in third. That's awesome for you. You didn't win. But I do, I agree in the concept that if they're going to give you that list, there's nothing wrong with reacting to it. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter. If they're going to let you know who finished second, third, fourth, and fifth, well, then I don't really have an issue with reacting to it. But the bottom line is those guys aren't going to be remembered next year as, oh, well, I'm pretty sure he finished second in Coach of the Year voting next year.
Huge 13-13 in our chat says Devils lost in the finals last year and he cares.
Well, that means he's a Devils fan.
Listen, if you're a fan of the team, I still remember the 2000 Super Bowl because the Giants lost to the Ravens, You remember those things. But for the most part, in general, nobody really remembers second place. And this is an award where one coach wins it. Who cares about everybody else who came after him? Oh, well, man, this guy should have gotten second. What does second in Coach of the Year get you? It doesn't get you anything. It doesn't get you a bonus. It's not even a little plaque you can put on your wall. It literally gets you nothing.
That's true. It doesn't. And you know what?
Hey, coach, man.
In the world of sports.
Wish we would have got it for you.
The scary part is, in the world of sports, it doesn't even guarantee you your job the following year.
Nope.
We had huge 13-13 threw in the fact that he thinks that, or they think, because we don't know if it's he or she, I'm going to assume he, that P.J. Carlissimo should have been an option. Well, that backs up what I just said. That man doesn't even have a coaching job this year. So, obviously, it's hard. If his own team doesn't think he was that good of a coach, why should the voters that decided Coach of the Year think he was that good of a coach? I have no issue with George Karl winning it. Like we said,
57-25 for a Denver team that nobody picked to be there. Nobody picked as a third seed in the West. Over the Clippers, over Memphis. Nobody picked them over those teams.
I know I
just didn't happen.
I know I didn't.